Hi, I'm Mike Ralston, the CEO of Blencowe Resources, and we're going to be running a series where we discuss graphite and graphite markets, and in particular our Orrum Cross graphite project in Uganda. Graphite has many different applications. I believe there's over 150 of them. It's used in anything to do with heat resistance and connectivity. And that's in steel mills and foundries, etc. But the small flake content of graphite is now being used as a non-replaceable input into lithium-ion batteries, which is obviously a huge part of the transition to green energy going forward. The role of graphite as a non-replaceable input into the anode within the lithium-ion battery is what's creating significant interest and ultimately a huge demand anticipated going forward. And it's non-replaceable, so graphite is always going to be used in this battery, which obviously means it's got a big future ahead. Natural flake graphite and synthetic are two similar types of products because they're both used in a similar context within the lithium-ion battery. Synthetic graphite is produced in a manufactured way, whereas natural flake graphite comes out of the ground, and that's what we'll be doing at Orrum Cross. Most graphite mines will end up mining and processing through to a concentrate, and that concentrate will have a mix of small flake and large flake determined by their mesh sizes. Typically, you'll have a mix of both. So both have a different end user and both have a different means by which those end users are going to qualify them for offtake contracts. But the key difference in the two is that the large flake goes into the more traditional markets, which is the heat resistance, connectivity, the ones we talked about before, whereas the small flake concentrate will be going into the battery market, and that requires an enormous amount of work right through to understanding the energy content and other key characteristics in order to make sure that it fits into that battery and does its job. Typically, the large flake concentrate is selling for more than double the small flake, yet the large anticipated demand going forward is in the small flake because most of the demand anticipated going forward is going to be into the lithium-ion batteries for electric vehicles and for storing all other renewable energy. We've seen many reports that talk about demand for natural flake graphite growing from about 750,000 tonnes per annum today up to several million tonnes over the next 3 to 5 years. So a considerable growth, and that's all around and linked to the growth in lithium-ion batteries and obviously into electric vehicles. And so because nobody knows exactly how fast the electric vehicle expansion is going to happen, no one can really say what that demand will be, but I think it's fair to say that there's going to be an increased demand 2 to 3 times for natural flake graphite to what we're seeing today, and obviously that creates the requirement for new mines to come online to be able to service that and deliver that product into those markets.